Captain Mizuki stood at the door to hand over the captain's armband. His teammates took to the field with the resolve to complete Mizuki's unfinished business and win. Mizuki had complete faith in them, especially in Sakamoto, in whom he had placed great hopes. Sakamoto came out of the basement with great enthusiasm. On the other hand, the Kawara players were equally excited. As the referee blew the whistle, the match started and Saiza's team kicked off. Kimishita saw that all his teammates were being marked tightly by the opposing team's defenders. The Kawara team thought that Saiza's team would be useless without its three key players, but they were wrong. Kimishita didn't pass the ball. Instead, he dribbled straight toward the opposing goal. But then Kai snatched the ball from him. It seemed as if both of them knew each other before. Kai thought that Kimishita was still trying to play alone like before, but then Sakamoto snatched the ball again and passed it to Kimishita. Kimishita said that his team doesn't depend on just three key players. Kimishita had the ball and was surrounded by opposing defenders. Kyusu wanted to receive the ball, but Kimishita passed it to Heis, who was standing on the left. Heis was being closely monitored by two defenders, which made it seem impossible for him to move forward. Everyone thought he wouldn't be able to do it, but Mizuki knew that Heis had the fastest left-foot dribbling technique. Heis tried to dribble toward Mizuki with all his might, but the opposing defender cleared the ball. A tried to get the ball again, but suddenly Sakamoto came running fast and took possession of the ball. The opposing defenders had no way to stop Sakamoto, so they fouled him. This gave Saiza's team a free kick. Yutsu was proud of Sakamoto's quick progress. Kai thought that Kimishita would take the free kick, but Kimishita gave the opportunity to his senior, Heis. He asked Kyusu and Sakamoto to stand in front of the opposing team's line to hide the direction of his shot. Everyone thought that both players would move away after covering the ball, but Kyusu was so nervous that he couldn't even move. Suddenly, Kimishita took the free kick and hit a spectacular arc shot that went past two defenders and scored the first goal for his team. Kai was extremely thrilled with this situation as he got the opportunity to face such a strong opponent. On the other hand, Maru was equally confident. After the goal, a wave of enthusiasm spread across the field. Tai and Maru started their team's attack. At the same time, Kiaz arrived with Mizuki. Kijo warned Mizuki not to take the Kawara team lightly, as it was the same team they couldn't defeat. But Mizuki didn't care, he just wanted to watch the match. Kijo told him that the most dangerous player of the Kawara team was their striker, number 9, Maru. Now Maru had the ball and was facing Yuju. He had complete faith in his special technique, but Yuju was not one to give up so easily. He quickly snatched the ball and thwarted Kawara's attack. The ball reached Kai, who tried to score a goal, but goalkeeper Inova made an excellent save. Maru tried to score again, but Inova surprised the opposing team with another brilliant save. After this, the ball came to Kurusu. He got a little nervous, and before he could do anything, the opposing team's defenders had surrounded him. Then Haba came forward to help and passed the ball to Heis, but this time the opposing goalkeeper successfully stopped the ball. The entire stadium and the spectators were surprised to see the strength of Saiza's team, as they were performing so impressively without their three main players. Kimishita took a corner kick, and Yuju whispered to Tsukamoto to play his game.
When the ball was kicked, it hit Tsukamoto directly in the face. After this, players from both teams struggled to take possession of the ball, but Tsukamoto again took control of the ball. Kai tried to stop him, but Tsukamoto was not ready to back down. He remembered Yuju's words and hit a powerful kick, but the ball hit the goalpost. On the other hand, the Kawara team immediately started a counterattack. Maru gave the ball to Kai with a shoulder pass, and he tried to score. His shot was quite difficult, but goalkeeper Inova successfully saved it. After this, Kai got a chance to take a corner kick. He sent the ball to Maru's position, who hit a header, but the ball hit the crossbar. The Kawara team attacked continuously, but goalkeeper Inova performed brilliantly. The referee blew the whistle and the first half ended. The score was 1-0 in favor of Saiza's team. The Kawara team took a timeout. Maru encouraged everyone while he was cooling his foot. The other players quickly decided that they would win because they were confident that Maru would score in the second half. The Kawara team took to the field with great enthusiasm and a winning mentality. On the other hand, Saiza's coach surprised everyone by deciding to play with only 3 defenders. The second half started. Kawara kicked off. Maru and Kai attacked quickly, but Yuju stopped them and gave them no opportunity to score. The ball went up in the air and Kimishita passed it to Tsukamoto. Although Tsukamoto had gained control of the ball, the opposing defender quickly came forward to block him. Kai and Maru were scolded by their defenders for not coming back to defend. "If you can't trust the defense, leave the field." After this scolding, Kai and Maru immediately returned to their positions and showed trust in their teammates. The defense passed the ball to Kai. Kai passed the ball to Maru, who scored the goal. The score became 1-1 and the fans in the stadium cheered with joy. After this, Kawara took complete control of the game. Saiza's team was in trouble because they were 1 player short. The opposing team attacked continuously, but due to the brilliant performance of goalkeeper Inova and Yuju, they could not score a second goal. The tension started to increase in Saiza's team, but Yuju asked everyone to stay calm and instructed them to be ready for the opposing team's corner kick. Upekata was surprised to see that they were calm in such a tense situation. The coach said that all this was possible because of Yuju. In fact, earlier they had planned to make Yuju the captain, but Yuju himself proposed Mitsuki's name and decided to play the role of vice-captain. Saiza's team made a counterattack, which was led by Yuju. The entire team moved forward, and no one stayed behind. Fulfilling the responsibility of the captain, Yuju tried to pass the ball, but the opposing player stopped him. Suddenly, the ball went out of control, but fortunately Tsukamoto was there and took possession of the ball. Tsukamoto tried to make a volley, but he was knocked down before that, which gave Saiza's team a free kick. Tsukamoto quickly passed the ball to Kimishita and said, "Put this in the goal." Kimishita took the ball and told Tsukamoto to wipe the blood from his hand. He promised that he would shake the opposing team's net. Yuju trusted him. Kai remembered that Kimishita had practiced this shot a lot and was waiting for this moment. Yuju said that this position is very difficult and requires a high level of accuracy. Kimishita realized that he might not be as good as Kaiju or Tasa, but he had the accuracy of his right foot. He took the shot and scored the second goal for Saiza.
The team cheered with joy. Ishita shared his happiness with Jin, who was sitting on the bench. Kawara moved the formation forward and, taking advantage of having an extra player, tired Saiza's defense by spreading it out. Heiss was confused about who to mark, and the other players were also struggling to get the ball back. Inova gave his all to ensure that no shot from the opposing team went into the goal. Heiss was tired, and the opposing team crossed the ball toward Maru. Tsukamoto ran to mark him, but Maru dribbled past him. This time Maru arrived on time and saved the situation. Now there were only 5 minutes left in the game, and Yuju instructed the team to maintain the score and save the victory. The opposing team made another attack. Heiss tried to get the ball but failed. The ball reached Kai, and Kyusu marked him. Ubikata saw that 3 minutes of extra time had been added, but Jin told him not to worry. Dribbled the ball and passed it to Maru with a heel pass. Yuju blocked the opposing player, but his stamina was exhausted and he fell. Maru took advantage of this opportunity and scored the goal, tying the score. Now Saiza's team was in trouble because their stamina was not enough to play extra time, and there was very little time left to score. But Tsukamoto confidently picked up the ball and inspired his team to continue the fight. Kyusu passed the ball to Tsukamoto, who ran with all his might and passed the ball to Hawara. Hawara tried to cross the ball, but the opposing team stopped it, and Maru got a chance to counterattack. But Inova made another brilliant save. The ball came back to Tsukamoto, but Kai fouled him to stop him. Saiza's team got another free kick. Everyone thought it would be a pass, but Kimishita hit a beautiful curve shot and the ball went straight into the net, and it was a goal. Tsukamoto stood there only to distract the opposing team. The match ended. Both captains shook hands. Maru wished Saiza's team good luck against Toyan in the final, but when he went outside, he cried. Ubikata checked the records and found that Tsukamoto had scored 3 free kicks.
The coach decided to let the team rest the next day so they could be ready for the final. The first-year students take their belongings back to the club, and Ubikata follows them and starts scolding them. Jin, who is injured, returns home surfing leisurely. On their way back, Urusu and the others discuss Tsukumoto's excellent performance today and remind themselves that they also need to work hard to do well in the national tournament. Suddenly, Nito remembers that he has forgotten his protective gear at the club, so the group goes back to get it. When they get there, they see Tsukumoto practicing free kicks alone. Pro is about to advise him to rest, but then he sees that Tsukumoto is crying. Jin comes there and tells them that Tsukumoto is blaming himself for not being more useful to the team. He feels that he is not worthy of being a strong pillar for Saiza's team because he knows that his teammates trust him and have expectations from him. Hearing this, Kurusu and the group are surprised, and they decide that they will not let Tsukumoto break down and immediately join the practice. Jin smiles and asks Ubikata if it would be right for them to practice like this. Ubikata does not stop them and says that the next day will be a rest day. The next day, the coach cannot believe his eyes when he sees Ubikata infiltrating Toyo High School wearing a girls' school uniform to gather more information about them. Ubikata shows the coach a video with scenes from Toyo High School's practice match. She says that this team is very strong. Seeing their difficulties, she decides to borrow the video and requests the coach to help her with the management work for a while. When she comes out of the club, she sees Tsukumoto and his teammates practicing hard while cycling. Ubikata decides that she has to do something for the team. That night, Jin is jogging when he sees Tsukumoto waiting for him. They talk and decide that Tsukumoto will play the match from the beginning and will take Jin's place, and Jin will come on the field if needed. The most important thing for them was to be able to play together. That night, Ubikata carefully copied the Toyam team's documents and prepared a detailed plan. All the members started preparing for the final match. Tsukumoto and his team are surprised when they see that the Saku team is having a lot of difficulty defeating their opponent and they have only won by 1-0. Tsukumoto happily runs to congratulate Kiyaz on the victory, but Tsuji's behavior is strange, and he quietly leaves from there, which makes the other teammates worried. In the meeting room, everyone looks stressed. Tsukumoto's hands were also trembling, but Ubikata quickly gathers everyone and presents the strategy against the toy team. All the players are filled with confidence after hearing the plan prepared by Ubikata and the coach. Ubikata calls out the name of each player of the team loudly and wishes everyone good luck for the victory. Now Tsukumoto's hand had stopped trembling and everyone was ready to defeat their opponent. The next morning, Tsukumoto was practicing with Yuju. He had used a 2-meter-long tape in his practice, which he had to tear. But from the experience of the last match against Kawara, he realized what his biggest drawback was. Even if he gets the ball, he can't finish it well. Ubikata knew that this would be very difficult for him because he only had 4 days to practice. The next morning, Tsukumoto was so tired that he could not move because he had practiced late at night. Seeing Ubikata in another school's uniform, Tsukumoto thought that she might be changing schools. But Ubikata told him that she was just going out. In fact, she had gone to Toyan School to interview their soccer team. But the security guard stopped her. Just then, Hasa, the captain of the Tone soccer team, passed by and gave Ubikata permission to take the interview. Hasa took her to the field, where Ubikata noticed the weakness of the Tone team. She saw that the team was having trouble facing the blue striker. The next day, Tsukumoto continued to practice, but he was not succeeding. He started to feel that it was difficult for him. Meanwhile, the senior players were also wanting to help him, while the support staff was preparing banners and other things. Ubikata was busy finding ways to win. She watched the video of the Tone team again and noticed some important things. She concluded that the Tone team was not perfect. Finally, Tsukumoto realized how he was able to shoot freely last time. He asked Yuju to defend again, and this time he tore the tape, which means he succeeded. The day of the national tournament final had arrived. Tsukumoto was included in the starting team for the first time, where he had replaced Kazuma. He thought he was ready, but when the game was about to start, he started trembling again. Ubikata and the coach explained the game strategy. Ubikata explained in detail the playing style of the Tone team and how to deal with it. Lastly, Ubikata warned everyone about their most dangerous substitute player, Kaido Hayato. She explained that Hayato is a technically skilled player and is the key player who boosts the team's morale, just like Tsukumoto. In the end, Ubikata shouted the Saiza slogan and said, "We will definitely win." All the players of the Saiza team are fully prepared to defeat their opponent. In this final match of the Tokyo National Soccer Tournament prelims, Toyan Academy and Saiza are face-to-face. Both teams have reached here without any difficulty. Against the undefeated champions of the last 3 years, Toyan Academy is the Saiza High School team with an aggressive playing style. This much-awaited final match is about to begin. He thanks his teammates. If they were not there, he would not be here today. The match is about to begin, and finally, it's time for the kickoff. Both teams have many players who have the potential to play in the J-League in the future. The Saiza team is led by Mizaki, the Monster, and they are playing in black jerseys today. On the other hand, Hasan Asumi, who has not lost a single match in his entire high school career, is representing the Tone team. They are playing in purple jerseys. Both teams are equally strong, so it is difficult to say who will be the winner. A surprising decision has been taken by the coach. Jin has not been kept in the starting 11, and Tsukumoto has been brought onto the field in his place. This is a brave decision. Suddenly, Kai comes onto the field and encourages Tsukumoto. His confidence was shining like a divine power. Kai had predicted that Toyan would play with a defensive strategy as usual and attack cautiously. The match starts, and the Saiza team kicks off, but it was absolutely surprising that the Tone team was playing aggressively from the start, and the Saiza team was shocked by this. Kamada runs from the right flank and gives a long pass, but Ubikata had already predicted this situation. She knew that Toyan would play with full force from the beginning of the match. Toyan has placed number 17 Kamada as a fullback. He is short, but his determination is very strong. When this player is on the field, Toyan always puts a lot of pressure on their opponent. The Saiza players will have to use their wings. Kamishita snatched the ball from Kamada, but Toyan had deployed his strong players on his right flank. This means that they want to stop Mizoki at all costs. Mizoki takes a powerful shot, but Captain Hasa stops it. Tsukumoto and Kamishita immediately run to snatch the ball. Everyone was thinking that Hasa would take the ball forward and counterattack. But surprisingly, he clears the ball directly. Keeping the risk low is Hasa's strategy. Mizoki takes a throw-in. Hayas catches the ball and crosses it into the penalty area, but Hasa jumps higher than him and clears the ball. Tsukumoto runs and catches the ball. As planned earlier, but Yura, who had watched the Saiza vs. Kawara match carefully, was alert to every move of Saiza. Yura stopped him and cleared the ball again. But Tsukumoto adopted a new strategy. Kamishita got the ball and passed it to Tsukumoto. Tsukumoto took a shot, but Toyan's goalkeeper Rugahi saved it. However, Saiza's teammates were very happy with Tsukumoto's movement and shot. You suspected whether Tsukumoto's speed was just luck. Saiza gets a corner kick. Kamishita immediately passes the ball to Hawara. The ball is passed to Kai and he gives it back to Kamishita, but Hasa stops the ball at the perfect time. Kamishita immediately took another shot, but the goalkeeper pushed the ball out. Now Kamishita is ready to take the corner kick. The ball is passed to Mizoki. Now it's a clash of team captains. Will Mizoki win or Hasu? Surprisingly, Kamishita snatched the ball from Mizuki and passed it to Hisamitsu. Hisamitsu took a shot, but goalkeeper Inova saved it. The ball comes to Mizuki again, but Hasa is very close to him. The team is completely dependent on Mizuki. If they want to win, Mizuki will have to play strongly. This time, Mizuki tricked Hasa. Hasa fouled him to stop him. Saiza gets a free kick. Kamishita takes the free kick but does not shoot. Instead, he passes it to Kai. Kai bounces the ball for Tsukumoto, but Yura immediately clears the ball. The Tone team is now trying to counterattack. They shot at the goal, but goalkeeper Inova saved it. Ton got a corner kick, but Mizuki cleared the ball. Inova caught the ball and passed it to Mizuki. Mizuki shot from a distance of 80 meters, but fortunately, the ball did not go into the goal. Tone breathed a sigh of relief. The match is still very tough. Both teams are playing with full force, and no one is ready to give up. The spectators are eagerly waiting to see who will be the winner. 20 minutes and 37 seconds were left in the first half.
Tsukumoto was wondering how we could penetrate their defense. On this, Yubikata said that if we are not able to run the game as we want, then it might be right to let the three forwards chase the ball. If this was the end of the second half of the game, they would definitely do that, but it was difficult to make this decision right now. Forward Mizuki was constantly running after the ball. The ball was passed to goalkeeper Adamu. If the team doesn't lose the ball, they won't even need a goalkeeper. But despite this, Mizuki continued to chase the ball. The Tone team thought that he was just wasting his energy, but then Mizuki intercepted the opposing team's pass. Adamu panicked and ran toward the goal. Mizuki won the ball and passed it to Kimishita, who crossed it into the penalty area. Mizuki hit a header, but the ball hit the crossbar and went out. Tsukumoto was in the right position, but Yura blocked him. Although they failed to score, the Tone team found this attack tremendous. Kimishita passed the ball to the captain, who passed it to Tsukumoto. This was the same pattern that was considered the best for sizes. Mizuki apologized to Kimishita for missing the goal. Then Kai came there and with a divine expression said that he would forgive him. Everyone was surprised why he had such a strange expression on his face. In fact, yesterday when he was jogging, Mizuki came to him and told him that he would be the new captain of the team next year. He expressed his trust in his team as a future captain. Kai passed the ball to Kimishita, but Adamu caught the ball brilliantly. Shaja was under continuous pressure, but goalkeeper Adamu was still a big problem. Adamu passed the ball to Hasa, who passed two Saiza players and attacked. But Yuju immediately joined the defense, which weakened Hasa's shot, and it could not go into the goal. Tone got a corner kick, which came into the penalty area. Yuju jumped high and cleared the ball. Tsukumoto picked up the ball and passed it to Kyusu, who along with Hawara made a counterattack. The ball reached Kai in the penalty area, who hit a header, but the goalkeeper punched the ball. Hawara took a shot, but Yura cleared it. Kim shot again, but the ball hit Yura's ankle. Mizuki made a volley, but Adamu made another brilliant save. Saiza's team made tremendous attacks, but Tone's defense stopped them again and again. The first half ended with a score of 0-0. The Tone team was not happy because they had not been able to score a goal yet, but they were feeling a lot of excitement because after a long time they were afraid of losing a match. The coach decided that Kaito would be brought onto the field in the second half. Yubikata became worried hearing this. She felt that their analysis was incomplete and apologized to the team. But Mizuki joked that the Tone team was under so much pressure from their analysis that they were wetting their pants. The coach further boosted the morale of Saiza's team and said that they should scare Toyen more. Jin looked at Tsukumoto's face and realized that in a few months he had become a real football player. At the beginning of the second half, Saiza's lineup remained the same, but Toyen sent Kaido onto the field. The enthusiasm of the spectators in the stadium increased because Kaido was the star player of the Tone team, but he had a back injury. Tsukumoto decided that he would chase the ball even more. As soon as the whistle blew, Saiza number 17 started making an aggressive press from the beginning. This made it difficult for Toyen to get the ball to Kate. 3 minutes had passed, but Toyen was not able to advance the ball. Ki praised Tsukumoto a lot and called him a great mood maker for the team. As soon as Yura passed, Kaido suddenly came in front, and the ball hit his thigh. The referee called for a stretcher, but Cairo seemed fine. The game continued. Kaido penetrated the ball into Saiza's defense. He chose Yuju for his defense. Toyen gave the ball to Saiza, which gave Saiza a chance, and they could set their game again. But Ima intercepted the pass, and Toyen won the ball again. Ura passed to Kaido, who attacked with Hasa. Yuhu thought that Kaido could not shoot from that position, but he was wrong. Kaido's shot went over the goalkeeper's head and went into the net. But fortunately, the ball went outside the goalpost. Tone maintains the pressure from above, just like in the first half. They completely cut off Saiza's midfield so that the ball cannot move forward. Kaido tells Kyusu, "You should make decisions quickly and pass fast." In fact, before the second half, Jin had told Kyusu that they had to make the opposing team believe that they held the ball for a very long time. Kyusu did not understand this, but he decided to trust Jin. Toyen takes a throw-in. Kaido picks up the loose ball and takes a shot at the goal, but the ball hits the crossbar. Mizuki catches the loose ball. Now both teams are putting their full strength, which puts a lot of pressure on Saiza. The ball comes to Kyusu. He continues to pass slowly, just as Jin had said. If he holds the ball for 10 seconds, Kimishina will be free. Now Kimishina gets the ball, and Saiza gets a perfect opportunity to counterattack. Mizuki dribbles the ball and passes it to Tsukamoto, who immediately takes a shot. The ball hits Ahmad. Kichai sees a chance to shine. He dodges Yura and takes a shot, but the ball hits someone's face directly. Hasa catches the ball and starts a counterattack. Kato gets the ball, dribbles forward, and takes a shot, but the ball hits the post again. Hasa is in the right position. Mizuki tries to block Hasa's shot with his face, but the ball still goes into the goal. Tone has opened the scoring. Kato holds Hasa and starts celebrating with the fans, but the referee warns them. Hasa thanks the fans shyly. As soon as the bleeding from his injury stops, he returns to the field again. Now Mizuki has a direct clash with Hasa. He remembers Yubi Kanta's words and successfully gets past Hasa. He takes a shot from a long distance. The ball spins fast and hits Ahmad's feet. Tsukamoto runs and hits a header, but Amadu cannot react, and the ball goes straight into the goalpost. But then the linesman raises the offside flag. Yubi Kanta saw that when Mizuki took the shot, Tsukamoto was half a step ahead of Yura. Tsukamoto starts to feel useless again, but his teammates know that if he wasn't there, Kato definitely would have scored the goal. Now this is the last chance for Toyin. Saiza is putting all his strength to defeat the champion Toyin. Saiza makes a change in his lineup. Number 9 Jin comes in place of number 15 Kyusei. Jin tells Tsukamoto, "When you get the ball, pass it directly to me. I will definitely score the goal." The match starts again. Ahmad dribbles the ball, but Jin puts pressure on him. He passes to Hasa, but Jin makes quick pressure and pushes the ball toward his teammates. He gets the ball and gives an excellent pass. Mizuki hits a header, but the ball does not go into the goal. Now Saiza has gained full control, but without their set midfield, their defense has become weak. Toyin can now easily pass the ball to Keibu, but then Jin steals the ball. He, in coordination with Kimishita, penetrates deep into the opposing area. Kai passes to Jin. Jin crosses the ball to Mizuki in the penalty area. Mizuki does not shoot, but passes the ball back to Jin. Tsukamoto runs to support Jin. Jin and Tsukamoto do 1-2 passing. Goalkeeper Pamu is in the wrong position, and the ball goes straight into the net. Saiza has tied the score. Now only 6 minutes were left. Jin tells Tsukamoto, "Put all your strength, the time of decision has come." Tone is putting continuous pressure, which is forcing Saiza to focus on his defense. Ura gives a long pass. The Saiza players are now tired. Tsukamoto is completely exhausted. The coach decides to call him out from the outside, but Tsukamoto has decided that he will give his all before leaving the field. He faces Hasa. Hasa belittles him and says, "There is no strength left in your legs, no strength to run, but it's okay, you have next year." But Tsukamoto does not care about the future. He wants to win today. He runs with all his might and tackles Hasa. Hasa wants to pass to Kato and let him shoot, but Tsukamoto stops him. The ball goes out of bounds, but then the referee blows the whistle. Tsukamoto's hand touched the ball. Coin gets a penalty. Tsukamoto leaves the field due to fatigue. He starts to feel useless again, but his teammates know that if he wasn't there, Kato definitely would have scored the goal. Now this is the last chance for Toyin. Hasa takes the penalty, but misses. Jin immediately catches the ball and passes it to Kameshita, and he sends a long pass towards Mizuki. Hasa shouts to his team, "Do anything to stop him, even if you have to foul him." But Jin has taken the burden of the entire team's hopes on his shoulders. No one can stop him. The ball goes directly into Toyin's goal, and it's a goal! The strongest player of the team is the one who is worthy of being the captain, and Jin has proven this. He will not let anyone down now. Hasa immediately wants to pick up the ball and continue the match, but then the referee blows the whistle, and the match is over. The final score is Saiza 2 and Toyin 1. Saiza snatched the victory from behind. No one was expecting this result. Jin runs and hugs Tsukamoto. Tsukamoto starts crying of joy to celebrate the victory. Mizuki tells the reporter that today's victory was not just our victory, it was the victory of every single member of the Saiza team. Our substitutes too, the people who were in the stands, gave us energy every moment.